Yeah. I pull up in Lexus like it's 07. I just hit a lick, I gotta hit the next one. Last year I know you learned your lesson. I could GPS.
Yo, everybody. Thanks for again tuning in here. We and obviously I got my bro here, Dave.
How's it going?
So today we're gonna pretty much talk about a couple different things, but to kind of give you guys some background info on, I've seen some of the comments, people questioning, the validity of me and my brother's basketball career. So we're gonna go into a little bit of that. I think just talking about a little bit of high school at first is probably the route we'll go, and then maybe make some more just about college and then the professional part. But as far as high school, me and my bro were undersized. Well, we started playing kind of, I guess if you want to say kind of late. I mean, we were young, like 10 or something like that, but that's still pretty old to be starting to play basketball. But we went to camps and stuff, and we were undersized players, which we played in the post, I mean, for the most part, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we played in the post, and pretty much we didn't grow. So that's pretty much that. We didn't grow from there, so we had to kind of change up the game a little bit, which once we got to high school, that was a problem, because I definitely, our older brother, we have an older brother too, he played in the post, and he taught us the fundamentals of how to do footwork and post up on the block, just like a stereotypical big man like Shaq, and then we had to change that up, because getting to high school, if you're not tall, it's not going to work. So that may work when you're young, but so that definitely had to change, and from there it was tough. We had to all of a sudden get quicker, and we're playing against guys that are a lot faster than us. We're playing against guys that are taller and can kind of do some of the same things from a skill, like a guard standpoint. So it was tough.
Yeah, it was. Absolutely. Just so we grew up in LA, so that's kind of the context as well. A lot of basketball out there in LA.
Yeah. So pretty much from there, everything had to be earned for me and my brother. It was like, we weren't given anything. We weren't like highly recruited to a high school or anything like that. And so every day in practice, we had to come in and compete. So that's pretty much going to be the thesis of the topic, is how do you compete? Because I think if you the way you compete will dictate your success. Certain people don't have to compete that hard, and you'll notice it, and it doesn't look like they try that hard. And it could be, there's like a culture on a basketball team. If your best player is not trying that hard, maybe you don't have to try that hard. But no, it's not the case, because he may be taller, faster, can jump higher, and just be able to get away with some of those things. And definitely for me, my brother, wasn't the case. We had to come in and outwork guys in the sprints, defense. I remember, as far as anytime I was guarding someone and got scored on, the coach would just, he'd either sub me out, be mad, something like that. And, for other guys, it seemed like when they got scored, I wasn't that big of a deal. And it's because, I just had a lot smaller of a leash, definitely less area for mistakes. So what happened was, you can chime in on this one, but I think we just fell in love with competing. And that is what kind of gave me and you the edge.
Yeah, I think I like what John Wooden says about competition. It's not about, people always think, oh yeah, competing is about wanting to win and hating to lose. No, in my opinion, and actually I get this from John Wooden's book, Pyramid of Success, also his book, My Personal Best, a great book for any of you guys that want to learn about just how to be successful in life, but also in the game of basketball. True competitors, it's the love of the battle. You got to just love battling, and whether you win or lose, You gotta just love putting your best out there and seeing what happens. Otherwise, if it's too much about the outcome, it ends up it takes yourself out of the moment. It's not about the outcome. You watch Kobe Bryant, watch Michael Jordan. It didn't matter if there was a regular season game. We lived 20 years in Los Angeles. We got to see every home game, obviously on TV. I wasn't at the actual game. But we got to see them on TV. We watched it almost, religiously. We were just watching it. And Kobe played the same way every time because he was like a cat and a mouse, just loving the competition. And I think that's key. By the way, if you guys, you want to question our validity, you don't think, I saw, some of the comments, you guys don't think we sound like basketball players or yada, yada, yada. I mean, that's great, but at the end of the day, we accomplished what we accomplished, and pretty much none of you guys can take that away. So, I mean, you can take it or leave it, but that's kind of that's just the reality of the fact. We played 4 years of college basketball, played professional basketball in Spain. We're not 6'5". We're not the most super athletic guys, but we'll get in your face. A lot of our teammates and friends that we played with, they didn't like playing with us because we came at you and we talked trash. We'd get in you. People always thought we fouled, and it's just because we played physical. We were very physical, in your face type of players. We didn't back down. I didn't care who you were. People used to talk about, when we used to play against women and girls, sometimes girls would play pickup games or whatever. We didn't take it easy on anyone.
Yeah, and that's kind of my problem. Like when you see with the NBA, like for instance with guys like Lebron, people act like I'm a hater on LeBron. I'm not at all. I just think he's bad for the game of basketball because what he does is he front runs. He tries to stack his basketball teams with some of the best talent, and just wants to skip the hard work process and the losing and the hard effort and try to win. Just give himself the best opportunity to win a championship. Trying to just win a championship, the easiest way possible, to me doesn't sound fun. To me, that doesn't sound like success. Success is being shot down on every opportunity you've ever had and still finding a way to rise to the challenge and succeed and victory. So that's my problem with LeBron. I don't think he, and you're kind of seeing the Cavs are struggling right now, and they're just not really, they're not looking, as good as maybe people thought, at least right now. But at the end of the day, and what do they want to do? They just want to make a big trade and try to get another person that could help them win instead of just, they don't even practice. I mean, you got to find a way to overcome, whatever may be stopping you guys from being a good team again. Otherwise you're never going to be a good team. You'll never be a good team. I mean, you'll never beat a good team either because, I mean, like the Golden State Warriors don't have a lot of talent. I mean, people like to look up and down the roster and say that they're stacked, and how? I mean, Klay Thompson, he comes off screens and plays hard defense. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, he's not windmilling over people and dunking over guys. Steph Curry's 6'3" and as skinny as I've ever seen. So, I mean, and Draymond Green was a very low draft pick. I mean, yes, they play together and play really well together, but that doesn't mean that they didn't work hard. And, at the end of the day, I just think that, the NBA is kind of gearing more towards that. Guys just, the best players just kind of jump on a team. If I was in the league, I'd do exactly what Kyrie did, which is join a team that is good, has a chance, but doesn't have that it guy. And I would be that guy. I would be the it guy and try to go against some of these mega teams. That's me. I like to compete. I'd rather fight going down on my shield and my sword and lose than just get a free ride to go to the championship every year. So, but as far as like the high school thing, I mean, I think, we didn't have, I mean, it wasn't, our team was really good, towards the end. So, we were kind of just like role players. We play really hard defense, and and a lot of guys didn't think that that me and my brother would probably eventually play professionally, but it happened. We did. And we played 4 years of college basketball as well, and we'll get into that at some point. But as far as this video goes, I think that's about it. And I guess we'll thanks. Make sure you guys like the video if you did, and subscribe if you haven't. And make sure you guys tune in, because these videos are going to be shooting out at you every day, every week. Thanks again.